A store has a Patreon and used nothing but Chinese apps? Makes sense, lol. That was a really nice comment from Mr. Knives Are Life. And Knives Are Life, I wanted to make this video to introduce myself. My name's Chris. I own a knife store called Lone Star Knife and Supply. I started in 2023 with the goal of only carrying American-made knives. I am an avid knife collector. I've been collecting American-made knives for a very long time. I love American-made pocket knives, and like I said, I'm a collector. I've been collecting for a long time, and one of the things that was always irritating is I'd go to a knife store and I would have to filter to find things that were made in America. And I wanted to only look at knives that were domestically made. So with my frustration, I decided, let me just open my own knife store. And in 2023, I got started, filed my LLC, and opened some new social media channels. And I've been working on it ever since. I'm very passionate that if we want more American manufacturing here in the States, we have to support American manufacturing that's already happened, that's already happening today. So I only carry American-made knives, EDC gear, machined pins, but we do live in a global economy. There's a lot of things we can't buy in America, like my phone. There's no USA-made phone that I could use. I use an iPhone. iPhone is awesome. I love it. I'm recording on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 made in China. And there are apps like TikTok that I use. And you seem to dislike the fact that I post on TikTok. I have my largest following on TikTok. I have 14,000 followers on TikTok. On my main channel, I have another channel with another 3,000. I've had another channel, which I grew to about 5,000. So I like it. I've also been using Instagram for the same length of time, and I've got like 1,400 followers. Mostly the same content, but the algorithm on Instagram is pretty prohibitive for knife content, and TikTok is a lot more laissez-faire about pocket knife stuff. So I post a lot more on TikTok, but as you've seen, I also post here on YouTube. I post on Instagram. I post on X. I post on Blue Sky. I want people to see my videos because when they see my videos, they get to see American-made knives that maybe they have never seen before. I carry knives from small makers like Rivery Manufacturing. I sell a lot of the Zeros. And small knife shops like Tactile Knife Company out of Dallas. I'm a Texan. This knife company is actually about 30 minutes south of me, which is really cool. I carry big stuff like ProTech, Microtech. I carry Spyderco. I carry a lot of stuff. Three Rivers Manufacturing, McNeese. Each of these are partnerships that I've worked on and I've cultivated since 2023. So I'm also not a brick and mortar knife store. I am e-commerce. We are celebrating our 1,000th order coming soon. We're almost at 1,000. So, I'm not doing, hundreds and hundreds of sales a day, relatively small, about to hit 1,000. But I have done over $250,000 in revenue this year. And that is money that has stayed here domestically. That's money that is not going to knife makers overseas. That's money that's not going to these giant factories that produce tens of thousands of knives a day. This is going to U.S. knife makers because I'm very passionate about supporting American knife makers. So I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I truly believe that the best way to get more American manufacturing is to support American manufacturing happening today. I'm not a smart person who can go and make a knife, but you know what I am good at? I am good at making videos, talking to people about things I care about, and running a business. And that business has not earned any profit. I've made $0 from Lone Star Knife and Supply. Now, I say that from an accounting standpoint because all of the profits have been used to buy more knives. Knives like the Machine Wise Sonora. This is a knife that I recently got a partnership with where I'm a dealer with Machine Wise. So you're going to be able to go to LoneStarKnife.com and buy a Sonora, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona made knife by a new company in business about 5 years. That is how I can help. And I'm sorry that I offended you by having a Patreon. I have a Patreon because it's a great way for me to cater to a smaller group of my more avid supporters. This is where I can post behind the scenes stuff. I actually posted about the fact that I was trying to get in with Machine Wise like a couple weeks ago, and people have been able to follow along. And I just post behind the scenes stuff. It's fun. I have pretty good amount of people in the Patreon. The vast majority are free. I think I've got like less than 10 that pay. That's fine. I love the ones who pay because we've almost earned enough money for me to be able to update my desk so that I can have a standing desk. I have back problems, and me bending over all the time on my desk isn't good long term. So I'm using the money from the Patreon to help me pay for a desk. So that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, I just wanted to make this to introduce myself. I'm sorry that I upset you. I hope you follow along. No hard feelings on my side. I would love you to join along, follow along, maybe come over to LoneStarKnife.com and buy an American-made knife. Have a great day.